Guys, hey my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Guys, I can't believe how long it's been since I've had a sit down, and it feels like I'm always repeating that every video. Like, I can't believe it's so long, I can't believe it's so long, because I'm always away. So today, this has gone viral. This is a trending video. It is all over the place. I mean, I think I have seen, I don't even know how many reels, TikTok, shorts, everything, main videos of this video of this Nigerian mother-in-law versus her American daughter-in-law. So she visits her son and his wife on Valentine's Day, right? And then the wife cooks, serves them, and then when they are done with the food, the mother-in-law doesn't take her plates to the kitchen, right? And so they are on this show, and during this show or this program, the family members or like the family that is invited to the show talk about, you know, things that they've kept themselves but has been eating away at them, and they would like to air it out, right? And so the daughter-in-law goes ahead and she's like, okay, you know, on this particular day, I don't know why you didn't take away your plates and stuff. And the mother-in-law goes off on her. Before I continue, let's just watch the clip. Now, guys, you are going to be seeing more of the pictures with the voices and not like the full video because of copyright issues. But anyways, here it goes.
Valentine's night, you came over, you know, made sure you ate, and then when you were finished, you expected me to take your plate.
In the Nigerian culture, you are supposed to take your mother-in-law's plate.
Yes.
If you know you want to marry my son, you are supposed to respect me.
Mom, can you?
No! Leave me alone!
What's the problem?
Stop it!
Wait, Mom, wait. Now.
No! Stop it! You have to respect me. I'm not your man. She has to respect me.
She respects me.
She has to take my plate.
Mom, listen.
Come on. Listen to me.
Listen to me.
I don't want this.
Mom, listen. Mom, you just right now broke her heart.
She broke my heart too. Leave me alone.
Any other day.
Leave me alone. Don't be a whip for a woman.
I'm not being a woman.
He's not being a woman. Feelings ambassador, okay? Otherwise, why come my ambassador? Let's go.
Nonsense.
And I
It's nonsense. If you want to marry a Nigerian, you have to respect your elder.
Okay, guys, before I give my 2 cents, let us just watch some of the reactions. There were so much, I didn't even know which one to select, but just see these few ones and then I'll come back.
I saw this clip from the show called Family or Fiance, and it's about this woman who is confronting her Nigerian boyfriend's mother and saying, hey, when you came over on Valentine's Day night, we fed you, and when you were done, you expected me to pick up your plate. And the mother starts screaming. Like, I'm not even joking or like trying to like downplay it. She's yelling, saying, you will respect me. I'm not your maid. You will respect your elders. Like screaming at her, right? As she's being carried out by other family members, including her son. And her son's outside saying, she'll respect you. She'll respect you, like basically acquiescing to the mom. But what was crazier is that like she had this whole temper tantrum about something like that, which I get it, you know, I'm African, I get it. But why was your mother-in-law, future mother-in-law, at your house for Valentine's Day? Yeah. That's like, that's not even, why would you bring up the plate, girl? I would bring up the fact that why was you there? You know what goes on Valentine's Day night. And on top of that, like, it was weird. On top of that, like, the other family members are basically being like, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. That woman should head for the hills quickly, because you really do marry your like in-laws, like when you do marry the family. So it's like, why would you want a mother-in-law who be trying to be there around when y'all trying to get y'all hanky-panky on? Like, you don't think that's weirder than her asking you to pick up the plate?
See this clip that's been going viral because like the Nigerian mom flipping up because the babe was like, oh, you ate and then left your plate for me to carry, and instantly the mom got angry. That has nothing to do with the culture or respect or what. She just don't like her. You can tell the way she even flipped out, she don't like her. Yes, in the Nigerian culture there definitely is like this respecting your elders, but once they know you're not from that culture, they give you grace. Like, for example, my Nigerian mother-in-law, she gives me a whole lot of grace because I'm Kenyan, but she sees me, in her eyes, I'm British. Okay, like, for example, when my daughter was born, you know, they give them the traditional bath, and obviously I was there when she gave her the traditional bath, and it's a difficult watch, but she was literally like to me, I even went gentle because I know you're British. So she even she did. Like, they give you so much grace. Like, obviously respect is mandatory, like no matter the culture. but they don't, like, they give you allowance and space to learn, if that makes sense. The mum just don't like that girl. You could tell instantly she just wanted to be upset, because the babe even said it like with such a soft voice, and she kind of like didn't even want to make eye contact. Yeah, the mum just don't like her, and it's so sad to see, because she seems like a sweet babe.
I know a lot of you have seen that video of a lady confronting her mother-in-law, her Nigerian mother-in-law, and saying that the way the mother-in-law was expecting her to pick up her plate when she was over at the house for dinner on Valentine's Day, and the mother goes into this rage mode. She starts screaming and saying, "You must respect me. You have to respect me. If you're going to marry my son, you have to respect me." And they just, in my head, I was like, African mother-in-laws are something else. Are something else. Oh my God. First of all, ma, why are you in your son's house on Valentine's Day? Don't you have a husband? Don't you have a husband of yours that who can take you out? If you're a widow, go and find joy elsewhere. Why are you in my house during Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day is for me and my man. Why are you in my house? At dinner time, a time where we should be getting it sexy, you know, you're there with your big mouth. I had to filter because it's my mother's age. What do you mean you're in my house during Valentine's Day? The only explanation I will entertain of my mother-in-law being in my house on Valentine's Day, if it happens to be the son's birthday as well, that I can take off, my child's birthday, you know, things like those. But just a random Tuesday and you're in my house for dinner, you got to be joking. That aside, I cannot date or marry a man whose mother is going to stress me. I cannot. When I used to date, I used to ask men their relationship with their mothers, and if you have a stubborn mother-in-law, you can tell based of how the boy is explaining the mom. I cannot. The relationship is going to stress me. Your son is going to stress me. I'm going to have your grandkids, mortgages, death in the family, illnesses, career, responsibilities, changing the world. And on top, I have to add you as my mother-in-law. You got to be joking. You have to be joking. Oh my God. So I recently came back from vacation, and my boyfriend's parents stayed in our house because they live in a different city, so they were doing a little bit of a change of environment, and also we have a plant that needed to be watered, so they stayed over. And when we came back, the house was clean. The laundry that we left was done and folded, including my innerwears. My boyfriend's mom folded my innerwears and my boyfriend's boxers and were arranged properly. And then I come across such a video of a mother stressing a child that is not even yours. Imagine you surviving your African parents. And then in your adulthood, you marry a man whose mother is going to traumatize you. You have to be joking. You are joking.
By now, we've all seen the video of the Nigerian mother-in-law shouting at that African-American lady on TikTok. I am your mother-in-law. When I tell you to bring the plate, you bring the plate. When I tell you to wash the plate, or whatever it is they were arguing about. It is our culture. It's our... You see one thing about horse. Actually, wait. Why am I saying horse? I have to let you know I'm Nigerian. We've got age factor. I play too much. But you know one thing about us Nigerians, yeah? We use disrespect as culture. Like, the amount of cultures we have, even me as a Nigerian, I've missed it. I've forgotten it. Because, boy, no mother-in-law is talking to me like that. You and who? You and who? No mother-in-law is talking to me about, because what are you? I don't care how old you are. You're not going to speak to me like that. That's disrespectful. You're not going to speak to another human like that. And honestly, this is one thing I always say to non-Nigerians that marry into Nigerian family. These are part of the edicts you're going to face. We've seen it all over social media where some ladies have come out to talk about, oh my God, marrying into Nigerian, besides the Nigerian man. Sometimes they even marry an amazing Nigerian man, but it is the family members, the way they give them hell. And we call it culture. Come on, we need to stop this behavior. We need to stop it. It's not good. We need to stop it. You're giving patients Ozoku. Come on. You're giving Madagagu. Stop. We, all of Nigerians and all Nigerian women are not like this. Stop spoiling us and making us look like we are witches and wizards when we're not. Some mother-in-laws, even us Nigerian, some of us Nigerian women, I'm sorry, we cannot marry into certain family. The minute I meet a mother-in-law and she's acting like Patience Ozoku or she's acting like Mother Gagu like that, I'm leaving your son. Because Kilode,
I haven't heard that word for a long time.
So there's a discourse about that Nigerian mother-in-law on that one dating show. I don't know if it's called Married at First Sight or whatever it's called. Put it down below. Excuse me for not knowing the show because I watched it on TikTok. I just saw a quick clip. But basically, the mother-in-law and the daughter-in-law got into a huge debate, argument to be honest, where the daughter-in-law was calling out her mother-in-law for basically being rude and accusing the mother-in-law of getting mad that because she didn't pick up her plate after her mother-in-law ate, the mother-in-law caught an attitude or something like that. But one thing that really stood out to me was the discourse of people saying, well, that's how Nigerian mothers are. And I'm like, please do not try and generalize and make this into like a whole thing, because that is not how Nigerian mothers are. That lady is a particular kind of woman. She is Nigerian, yes, and again, granted, respect in the Yoruba community and in the Nigerian community, especially respecting your elders, is extremely important. That kind of behavior that mother-in-law exhibited was a behavior of a woman who, in my opinion, might have been neglected by her husband, might have been treated badly by her partner. She's trying to project her feelings onto whoever her son basically dates. That is not a normal behavior. And as someone who has a Nigerian mom, I did not grow up with that kind of mother mindset. So, and I've met other friends and families whose parents and moms do not behave like that. That is a behavior of a woman who hates her daughter-in-law. She hates her daughter-in-law, and it was very evident in the fact that she said that she felt like her daughter-in-law was trying to replace her. That lady is obsessed with her son. She's one of those my son, my son, my son kind of mom. And honestly, it doesn't matter what you do, she's gonna hate every woman that tries to talk to her son because she is obsessed with her son. She probably want to marry her son damn near. Nobody is gonna be good enough for her or her son because she is an unhappy person. Now, I just don't like that people were now trying to make it look like, oh yeah, that's most Nigerian moms. Please, let's not even try and put that stereotype on Nigerian mothers, because there's some really great Nigerian mothers out there. And there's some really great Nigerian families that you can marry into that will love and appreciate you despite wherever you're coming from. That lady, I'm talking about the guy's mom, has a lot of healing to do. She damn near need therapy. A lot of people need therapy, to be honest. She needs to go tackle what is going on with her mentally and figure that out, because I can guarantee you that no matter who that boy brings home, even if he brings home a traditional Nigerian woman, let's say you put that one, the traditional one, right? She's still gonna find a way to hate that girl. So it's not a Nigerian mother behavior. No, that's not a Nigerian mother behavior. That lady is not normal. She is not normal. She hates her daughter-in-law. She's obsessed with her son. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to talk about. And I think the lady needs therapy. Point blank, period. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video, okay? Bye.
Guys, I ended the reactions on this particular note because I feel that she just said everything I wanted to say. I feel like she covered and said everything that I wanted to say, because like this woman, neither does she represent mother-in-laws from the Yoruba culture, and she definitely doesn't represent mothers or mother-in-laws from the Nigerian culture or even the Yoruba culture. The fact that she's from the Yoruba culture in no way means that she represents, you know, Yoruba women, Yoruba mothers, or Yoruba culture. She's a unique being, because the way she behaved is not normal. Whatever culture you're from, whatever tribe, whatever, it is not normal. You know what I mean? It was rude. It was out of control, lack of restraint. It was just terrible. It feels like the way a 2-year-old would throw a tantrum and you should correct them as the older one, you know? It was just this, I just felt disgusted. The moment a person has to keep saying, you will respect me, then clearly you don't deserve respect, because somebody who should be respected would not be repeating. It's just like when they say somebody who says, I am the king. If you feel the need to keep saying, I am the king, do you know I am the king? Then maybe you are not really the king, because the king would not need to repeat himself about who he is. You know what I mean? So if you keep having to say, oh, you will respect me, you will respect me, you will respect me. You know, I saw on another one of a TikTok reel, I think, and someone said, the problem with some of the mothers is that they allow themselves to be subject to misogynistic values. They allow themselves to be fooled and used. And so now they feel it is time for their own reward, in the sense that now they get another woman to be to them what they were to other women, you know, because to other women, they allow themselves to be used anyhow, you know, like slaves and everything. And now they feel, oh, it's my time now, and you should do whatever I say. And that is unfortunate. I know some amazing mother-in-laws and amazing women from Yoruba culture, from Igbo culture, from even from the north, from Hausa culture. I know mother-in-laws. I know women. Some of them are not, I don't know them as mother-in-laws, but I just know them as women and how they treat daughters that are not even theirs. You know what I mean? Because they treat these women like how they want their own daughters to be treated in their husbands' houses. Do you know what I mean? So as much as culturally this might be a problem in the sense that sometimes our culture tends to be taken out of, like, we just tend to maybe do too much with it, right? It is true that respect is important, not just in Yoruba culture, not just in Nigerian culture, but in the world. What respect now means to everybody, of course, is different and it varies. And we have to give room for compromise and adjustment, right? Because something is how we believe it is respect here. We have to be very careful so that because we expect respect does not mean we start to demand for it in a way that it starts to borderline feel almost criminal, like almost slavery-ish. We need to do better. But as I said, I just came on here to make this video just to say, before I stop making sense, just to say that this woman does not represent Nigerian mother-in-laws. She does not represent Yoruba mother-in-laws. Are there toxic mother-in-laws that expect that their daughter-in-laws are slaves and that because they have come to marry their son, they should subject themselves to whatever kind of anyhow treatment because that is how they too were treated in their husbands' houses, and because they are auditioning for the precious role of being their son's wife, they should be willing to be treated anyhow? Yes, there are some mother-in-laws, there are some women, unfortunately, who have this mindset. Some, in most cases, because they have been through that as well. And that is very unfortunate. And if they are seeing this video right now, I hope that they have a change of heart. Especially if they have daughters, then they always want to remember, how do they want their daughters to be treated in another man's house, right? How do they want them to be treated by their husbands' families? I think if they always have this at the back of their mind, maybe it would help, because it is really unfortunate that we women are helping to further, or some of us women might be helping to further misogynistic values. Isn't the joke on us? The joke is on us. We shouldn't do that. Of course, as a Nigerian, I would definitely take my mother-in-law's plate. Yes, because I'm Nigerian and I know that, okay, that's what is expected. And I do not think that is me doing too much or that has turned me to a slave or anything. No big deal, But again, as I said, respect means different things for different cultures, okay? And now that your son has gone out and married somebody that is not from your culture, she doesn't understand why you can't take your place in the kitchen and why it's a big deal. It's not because she's disrespecting you. It's because she comes from a different culture, and that's okay. This was rude by all standards, whether it's Nigerian, whatever standard, this was rude, okay? I feel like there was a different way she could have expressed herself to this young woman. I feel like there was more loving way she could have talked to her. Like, oh, I could have carried my plate, but culturally in our culture, that's how we do it, like even when my mother-in-law, I would always clear a plate, especially at that time when the world was not even this, I would just quickly go because, it's not that I can't, but culturally that is what is expected. But it's okay. I understand that you don't know that that's our culture, and that's fine, And then you learn about our own culture as well. There are ways you could have told her that didn't have to resort to screaming and taking leave of your senses. It was just sad to see a display like that from an older woman. Unfortunate. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, and of course, do not forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.